our plans are, what we got going on for it, and also give it a look around. I got some fab work I need to do, so I need to get them a quote on that, and we're gonna roll from there. So you get to see a new Mustang today and a new vehicle to the channel, and I'm excited to bring them apart, and we're gonna learn a bunch of stuff together and grow, I'm sure, because we're gonna do a lot of cool stuff. I can feel it coming, and we already have planned on a bunch of cool stuff, so I'm excited. I'm really excited about this build, and we're both gonna be, like I said, entering some of the no prep stuff, so it'll be cool to have two vehicles and be able to learn with each other, as well as a growth and outreach to you guys. Maybe you're not a fan of the Fairmont stuff, but maybe you like the Mustang stuff. So regardless, that's where I'm headed right now. So the next time I tune in, we'll be looking around the Mustang and setting up a game plan for it. So I'm going to finish driving, and that's that. Let's see where today goes.
Right here, look at this. Like, this isn't the best picture? But what?
All right, so we are currently in Nick's garage with Mustang. We're doing shit too. Small block Ford, gonna be X nitrous car, probably gonna be X small block Ford too. Talks about doing an LS in it. Kind of gonna build these two together to compete with the same things we got going on. So made a little bit of drag we've talked about, a little bit of no prep stuff, and some street driving. So what we got going on here is I got to build a tubular front end for this deal, but we can probably just get some kits and knock that out pretty quick. Rock Solid Automotive or someone of those sorts can do that and ship it to us and TIG weld it all up. And boom, we got a tubular front end for this thing that gives us room for turbos, radiator, intercooler, all that fun stuff. This is pretty much an X street raced car, and it's been sitting for quite some time. He's already started kind of cutting up some of the front stuff for me, which I appreciate. Trip over some things. We'll go peek around inside. So inside, it's a mild steel cage my dad did a while back. And we're pretty much going to keep that, but we're also going to come in here and take a bunch of stuff out, like all this old wiring, go back through that, and lighten this thing up quite a bit, so that way we can make some room. He wants to do a air-to-water intercooler and run that right into the back, so sitting back right around here. And then from there, build some aluminum through the car, TIG weld all that, make that nice. But we're gonna start out by getting the tubular front end done. And then I do believe down the road that motor is going into here, which will be a pretty sweet little project. And this garage is a little messy because he's doing some painting and things like that. So when he's all done with that, I'll be able to come in here and weld up that front tubular support or that tubular front end deal. I'm losing my train of thought. And yes, so the thoughts are he might be leaving the Ford, putting that into here, and we're both gonna build kind of similar but a little bit different LSs. And we're just gonna go from there, really. So that's kind of the car real quick. That's where I'm at. Hopefully we'll be able to get going on this soon and start building some really neat cars that are going to be together doing this no prep stuff and some drag week things. So Really looking forward to it. It's going to be a good time. But that's that. It's a little small tire car, ladder bar car. It's been sitting for a little bit, so it's going to be really cool to bring it back out and knock some heads with the thing. We're both kind of on the same page with the amount of work we got to do to it to get it there, but it's what this winter's for. I'm going to be pretty busy this winter bouncing between this car, my car, Dad's dually, but I'm going to get it done. I mean, that's what they made energy drinks for, I guess, because long hours, late nights, not a lot of sleeping, but it's all going to be really worth it. So I'm looking forward to it. I don't know the whole big plans we got for it. I think he's talking about glass doors, glass windows, and things like that. Maybe a glass hatch. I'm going to try to convince him to do more Lexan than not. But that's where we're at. We got some good plans for this thing. It's been a long time. But where we're at on it, going to get going on this here shortly. Get a small parts list made up for it, and then go from there. So maybe I'll get him and talk about it, maybe not. But he'll be around in some of the other videos to help film me doing some of the work and shit like that. And that's that. So that's the Mustang. That's where we're at on this thing. And cover that bag up. And let's go see what other shit we can find out here. Alright, so I doubt you can even see me, but what you did just see was a video of me leaving that house that the Mustang's at, and that's a perfect example of why it's getting updates, is because it's a turd with a terrible converter, and when I leave someone's house, I need to be able to do burnouts and crap. So that's that. That's what you just witnessed, and you probably can't see me, so I'm just talking to myself, but that's fine. At the end of that video, I said, let's go see what we can get ourselves into. Well, I did get myself into something. Ahead of us, we got Dad in the Catalina. And we are finally bringing that home so Dad can finish the tin work on it. I'm following him in the dually. And yeah, so once we get home and everything calms down, we finish off what we have to do for the day, I'll give you guys a quick little rundown on this thing. It sounds pretty good, but that's because it's literally open header small block right now. Sounds pretty good. So yeah, when we get home, I'll explain what we got going on with that thing. All right, so like I said, I'll give you a quick rundown on this thing. So it's a Pontiac Catalina, big girl, blueprint, small block, backed by a automatic trans with overdrive. And Dad's been working on this thing kind of off and on when he has time to for a customer. And we're on the home stretch with this thing. It's going to get sent out, and someone else is going to make the headers for these because it's going to take some time. And him and I necessarily don't have the time for it right now, which is fine. I'm not really that disappointed about it. You got to get power steering mounted up and finish off some wiring things. And this week, Dad's going to come in and tin off the tunnel he made for it, because these 700 R4s, which is what I'm pretty sure is in this thing, I'm not 100% sure because I wasn't here the whole time they were figuring out parts and putting it together. But when you put a small block 350 and a 700 R4 in a Pontiac, it doesn't fit all the time. So obviously Dad had to make a new tunnel, and that is what we are left with at the moment. So Dad's going to tin that off, make it look real nice, paint the floors, things like that. And this thing will be out of here just in time for us to start Dad's dually. And probably around that time is when I'll be starting Jesus Christmas. Nick's Mustang and my car within the upcoming weeks. So looking forward to that. Going to be really busy here really soon, and I'm excited for it. So really my plans this week is I want to do an oil change on the Fairmont and just look it over real quick. I got plugs, so might as well change some plugs. Next is I want to come in and strip this thing down and get it nice and light, take out all the internals, and maybe put them on the shelf, because maybe I'll come into a situation where I'm going to have to use them. Who knows? And pretty much, long story short, that is our mock-up block. So I need to take out all the internals and all the things that make it really heavy and hard to move. So that way it's slightly less heavy and slightly easier to move. It's still a pain in the ass because it's still a real block and real heads. It's not a plastic real mock-up block, but it's what we got to work with, so we're going to use it. Along with that, we're going to clean up this side of the garage. We moved some things downstairs, and we're going to be able to use this side again here shortly. So I'll be able to pull in come November 1st and just start tearing into that thing, and or whatever after. As soon as that Halloween weekend is done, that's when I'll be able to start tearing into the Fairmont, because I got one more thing I need to do with it, and I discussed that in the last video. So if you didn't check that out, go check that one out, or check all the other ones out. And subscribe and like them all. Maybe share if you want to. That's up to you though. But that's where we're at. And all things considered, like I said, when I left the last video, I said I don't know if I'm going to have a video for this week. So I am actually happy to be able to present something to you. You got introduced to the Mustang project. You got to see this Catalina. You got to see how much of a turd the Fairmont really is and why it needs to be gone through and made what I plan to make it. And maybe I'll show you Dad's truck next time. I mean, it's a 2000 dually. Ain't really much to see. It's clean though. It is clean though. But that being said, we're finishing off this week's video. I'm happy to at least be back on track again, kind of, sort of. And that's that. So thank you guys for watching. Like, share, comment, subscribe. All that stuff really helps me out. And I would like to see you guys in the next video. So keep watching, supporting. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next week.